How do you combat feelings of imposter syndrome or inadequacy in social situations or personal endeavors? Let's start with the first one. In social situations, I think, unfortunately, in my personal experience, you can't really combat imposter syndrome in a social situation. You just have to take a step back and gather yourself and remember all of the things that you have done right or you are doing well and you're trying your best. Because I feel like in social situations you're a fish out of water, or that's how I feel sometimes anyway. And sometimes there is nothing you can do about it. Unfortunately, I had a better answer. But I think it's best to just take a step back, take a breather, and then gather yourself and ask yourself, okay, why do I feel this way? And also, why shouldn't I be confident enough in my own abilities and in my own, hype yourself up.
Have a positive
attitude exactly. Yeah. Because you gotta be your wingman. You gotta be your hype person at the end of the day. And as for personal endeavors, I feel like we forget that when we were younger, everything was so new to us. We didn't always get it right in the first try. And when you get older, don't expect yourself to. Yeah. And it's okay to fall. It's okay to not get it right the first time, because even though you think you're making mistakes or you're failing, you're still learning and you're building that knowledge base. Say if it's like for high school students, if it's like BCE and like there's an equation that's really, really hard and you can't wrap your head around it, it's okay. Take a step back, take a breather, come back to it. You have time. And all I want to say about imposter syndrome is that everybody feels it. It's okay to feel that way. You're not alone. And the best thing you can do to fight it, I guess, is just keep trying. I think just keep trying.
I think that's really important, like normalizing imposter syndrome, because a lot of people look at, I don't know, I think when I was younger I looked at really successful people and all the lecturers and the professors that we had, and we used to think that they've got all their life sorted and they probably feel really good about themselves and they look so confident, but in reality everybody feels some form of imposter syndrome. And I wish we could talk more about it to everyone else, if you're feeling that way, the people next to you might be feeling the same. So part of it's also just talking it out with other people, sharing your thoughts and just normalizing it.
I agree. Definitely. I think for me, I always forget the main thing is you're not the only one that feels imposter syndrome. Everyone feels it, and I feel especially in a lot of courses sort of where you have really, really smart people in certain courses, I'm sure you guys know, doing med, you're within the top of the top. So obviously whenever you look at other people, you're going to feel that sort of imposter, everyone's so smart, everyone knows what they're doing, they've got 20,000 things going on, what am I doing here? But like you said, just reminding yourself, I too am here just as everyone else is. No one else is better than me, I'm no better than anyone else. We're all learning together and we're here to support each other. I feel a lot of times people forget about that because it feels like a competition or a race, and it's kind of everyone else has all of these things going for them, why don't I have the same things? And I feel in that sense it's very easy to get overwhelmed.
Definitely. I feel especially when you just come out of BCE, because BCE is entirely just a ranking system. Exactly. And so you just go out and your mindset is but then you slowly realize uni, is not really that much of a ranking system. Just get your own mark, and nobody really you don't have to tell anyone if you don't have
oh my gosh, you got a 98.
I got a 95. I agree. And as you were saying, you don't have to go at another person's pace.
Exactly.
Your life, you can choose your pace. I think that's the best thing about, finally graduating from BCE, I guess, and then coming out of that pressure cooker and then going into university, which I'm not going to say is better or worse, just you will find out for yourself. But I will say, just take your own time and enjoy it, because even though I agree it's really stressful and it's hard, but like you meet your peers who are going through the same thing, and you take your own time with it, because that's the most enjoyable part. Like you worked your butt off to get, I guess, to med or whatever degree you wanted to, and then now you're finally there. Don't ever for a second think that you don't deserve it, because you worked hard for it. Like you got this. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Motivation!
That was a promising start.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah.
Really
surprised about this voice. She's like, wait.